It's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. It's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. It's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Billy's Place, the vibe is light and breezy. Billy's Place, it's a virtual speakeasy, my home base. I'm glad that you dropped by. Time to grab a libation from the shelf, have whatever you want. You gotta make it yourself. Sit back, relax, I'll make your troubles fly. A musical trip, nothing complicated, and if you tip, that's appreciated. A good fellowship with no mask on our face. From apartment 5 across the park, I'm singing and swinging till long past dark. Don't worry about finding a place to park, just park it at Billy's Place. Park it at Billy's Place. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, March 18th, episode 42 of Billy's Place. Tonight, I'm celebrating one of my favorite singers and pianists and musicians of all time, the great Nat King Cole. We got a lot to celebrate. Yesterday was his birthday, by the way, so it's a good reason to celebrate. So sit back, relax. I'm glad you're here. Park it at Billy's Place. I don't want French fried potatoes, red wrapped tomatoes. I'm never satisfied. I want the frim sauce with the awesome fay and shafava on the side. I don't want pork chops and bacon. That won't awaken my appetite inside. I want the frim sauce with the awesome fay and shafava on the side. Well, you know, a fella's really gotta eat, and he really should eat right. 5 will get you 10. I'm gonna feed myself right tonight. I don't want fish cakes and rye bread. You heard what I said. Now, waiter, please make mine fried. I want want the frim sauce with the awesome fay and shababa on the side. Well, you know, a fella's really gotta eat, and he really should eat right. Five's gonna get you 10. I'm gonna feed myself right tonight. I don't want fish cakes and rye bread. You heard what I said, waiter, make mine fried. I want the frim sauce with the awesome fay and shafapa on the side. Now, if you don't have it, just bring me a check for the water, okay? Oh, yeah. Fram sauce. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thursday night at Billy's Place. I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. It's the first Thursday of daylight savings time, something I'm not quite sure I get the point of, but it's still dark, which is fine. You know, when we do these shows last summer, when we started doing them, it'd be 8 o'clock and I'd look out the window and it'd still be like daylight. So I'm happy as long as it's dark at Billy's Place, but in a few months that's all gonna change. Anyway, I'm so glad that you're here with me tonight to celebrate Nat King Cole, the great Nat King Cole. Just so fabulous. As I said on my Facebook page and today when I made my announcement, my grandmother gave me this fantastic 7-album set of Nat King Cole's music around my 12th birthday. It might have been on my birthday, but it changed my life. You know, listening to that voice, which I really never heard before. Actually, I know exactly what it was. It was a thing that you could get off of TV. It was the Longines Symphonette Society. And it was an advertisement on TV. You remember those? They were like a minute and a half or 2 minutes long. And it's like, you know, there's a scroll with all the song titles. And that voice, and I was at my grandma's house, and I really loved it. And my grandmother said, oh, that's Nat King Cole. I didn't know. I was 11 or 12, and she ordered it for me. And that's exactly what happened. And hearing, it was a lot of reissues of all those Capitol records with the big orchestras, and just blew me away. And I've been a fan ever since. So I am so happy to be singing his music tonight. Yesterday was his 102nd birthday. So I'm glad you're with me for that. Before we go any further, though, I've got a few little announcements like I always do. First of all, there is merchandise in the merch store. Last week we premiered the gorgeous new long sleeve t-shirts, and they come in 3 different colors now: black with the black and purple logo, red with the reddish logo, and a lovely shade of blue with the bluish logo. How about that? Doesn't that make sense? And they're actually just perfect for this time of year. It's what I love to wear. I'm all about a long sleeve t-shirt year round. So those are a new addition to the merchandise store, and we have all the other great things like the coffee mugs and the tumblers and the cheese boards and the mouse pads and the coasters and I always forget the wine totes and the tote bags. They're fantastic. And the caps. I love the caps and the hoodies with the hoods, because hoodies have the hoods. Anyway, there's lots of stuff in the merchandise store. And how you find it, you go to my website, billystritch.com, and there is a link there that will take you right to the merchandise store. And also, I'm still hawking my new CD, my Billy's Place CD, which came out last October, but I'm extraordinarily proud of it. And you can download that on Spotify and Napster, yeah, Napster, and Apple Music and iTunes and all those places. But if you actually want a real live copy signed by me, order it from my website, and I will send it right out to you. I'll sign it myself, and I'll walk over to Columbus Circle to the post office and give it to them, and you will have it, because that's what I do. It's a glamorous life I lead. And also, while you're here, please share the show. Go to the bottom of your screen, press share, share it with all your friends on Facebook. And after the show, all my shows get uploaded to YouTube, to my Billy Stritch YouTube channel. And please, 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 if you haven't already, please subscribe to that YouTube channel. It's called Billy Stritch, and that would make me so happy. I'm slowly trying to get the numbers up. I really would love to hit 1,000 by May. As I have said before, I'm at about 540 now, so it's a gradual, slow climb. But with your help and spread the word, we can get the numbers up, and that would be great. And always, if you're able to contribute virtually, send me a tip. It's greatly appreciated. Doug and I work very hard on the show and setting it up, and I'm figuring it out all week. And there's no other gigs to speak of, as I say every week. So this is really what we look forward to every week. And your support is what makes it all happen for us and what makes it all really worthwhile and keeps everything going as smoothly as possible. We're getting out of the crazy woods a little bit. Today, March 18th, Facebook reminded me was the 1-year anniversary of the very first online show that I did with my dear friend Linda Lavin upstairs in her apartment. She had this idea on probably the day before. Hey, let's do a show. And at that point, I was just doing it we did it on my iPad. And I thought, oh, this is cute. We'll do a couple of these. Well, here we are. We did a dozen of those shows, and then I did 2 of my own, and then I started Billy's Place, and we're episode 42. So that's 42, 44 plus a dozen, 56 online shows that I've done, either with Linda or by myself, not to mention shows that I've done with other people. Anyway, I love doing it, and if you could contribute, PayPal, Venmo, those are the 2 best ways. If you'd like to send me a check, send me a Facebook message, and I will send you my address. Okay, I think I covered it all, quickly as possible. We're going to get into this great catalog of music. This first song has a pretty interesting backstory, and I printed it up, but the printer got a little wonky, so I'm going to try to read it. It's called Nature Boy. And it was written by a 33-year-old, it says, in 1941, 33-year-old George McGrew arrived in Los Angeles and began playing piano in a club. And then he joined this movement, which was all about health and raw food. And it was they were called the Nature Boys. It was a German movement. I wish I could read this, but it all came out blurry. It was called the Wandering Bird Movement in Germany. It's all on Wikipedia, so if you want to know more. Anyway, he changed his name to Eden Abaz, and he really was, beatnik hippie, living off the land, raw food. It was a movement back in the 40s. And he ended up living in a cave near Palm Springs, and he wrote this song. And somehow it got to the attention of Johnny Mercer, and Johnny Mercer thought it would be great for Nat King Cole. Well, Eden Abaz at this point, his name was Eden Abaz, and it was all lowercase. He went to see Nat King Cole backstage at a concert, and the security people wouldn't get him through, so he very dejectedly dropped the song off with Nat's valet. And Nat sat at the piano and played it and kind of fell in love with it. And they couldn't find the guy. Nat wanted to record it. He started doing it in his live shows, but he wasn't able to record it until he got permission from this guy. And they found him living near the Hollywood sign. They got his permission, and the rest is history. There's a lot more to the story, but I want to get to the song, Nature Boy. was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he passed my way, while we spoke of many things, fools and kings. This he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, a magic day, he passed my way, while we spoke of many things, fools and kings. This he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Nature Boy by Eden Abaz. So funny, that song pops up all over the place. Last night I was sitting here watching a channel called Movies, and there's a film called The Boy with Green Hair, and the credits roll, and it's that song. It's so funny when a song gets in your brain, all of a sudden you're hearing it all over the place. Here's one of my favorite Nat King Cole songs, written in 1930 by Roy Turk and Fred Allert. And Nat King Cole recorded in 1951. It was a number 8 chart-topping hit. Gee, it's great after being out late, walking my baby back home. Arm in arm over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. We go along harmonizing a song, or I'm reciting a poem. Hours go by and they give me the eye, walking my baby back home. We stop for a while. She gives me a smile and snuggles her cheek to my chest. We started to pet, and that's when I get her powder all over my vest. After I sort of straighten my tie, she has to borrow my comb. One kiss, then we continue again, walking my baby back home. She's afraid of the dark, so we have to park outside of her door till it's light. She says if I try to kiss her, she'll cry. I dry her tears all through the night, hand in hand to a barbecue stand. Right from her doorway we roam. Eats and then it's a pleasure again. Walking my baby, talking my baby, loving my baby. I don't mean maybe, walking my baby back home. Oh, yeah. Walking my baby back home. I got some good requests this week, and I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to get to all of them. But I got a really nice request from a fan who's been watching a long time, and she's a singer as well. Her name is Arlene Bardell, and she reminded me of this song. Oh, it's my dog. Hold on, Chloe. The dogs went to the groomers. Hey, Chloe, come say, oh, she's shy. The minute I try to get her, she runs away. Oh, you going to come over? Yeah. They went to the groomer today. It was a rainy day. It's like getting the car washed on a rainy day. Thank you, Doug. This is Chloe, everybody. Hello. Want to give me a kiss? Oh, thank you so much. You smell so nice. Oh, she needed it. Okay, you gonna go away now? Please. Okay, bye. Love you. Don't you love it when the dog makes an appearance? Anyway, Arlene requested this song. I had kind of forgotten about it. And it's such a good song. And it's called Funny, and in parentheses, it's not much. Funny how I've stopped loving you. I can pass you on the street and my heart don't skip a beat. Not much. So much my eyes want to cry. Funny how I've stopped loving you. I can listen to your name and it doesn't start a flame. Not much. So much my heart wants to die. Now that you're standing here, darling, I don't shed a tear. This the rain in my eyes. And if I have proved to you everything I say is true, please help me believe my own lies. Funny how I've stopped loving you, and it's funny I don't miss all the heaven in your kiss. Not much. No, I don't love you. Not much. Now that you're standing here, darling, I don't shed a tear. This is just the rain in my eyes. And if I have proved to you everything I say is true, please help me believe my own lies. Funny how I've stopped loving you, and it's funny I don't miss all the heaven in your kiss, your touch. No, I don't love you, not much, not much. Isn't that a good song? Thank you, Arlene, for that request. Oh, I forgot to tell you about my drink. Okay, I have found during the course of doing these shows that you can almost find a drink with any title, because when I decided to do Nat King Cole, I went online a couple days ago. I was like, I wonder if there's a King Cole cocktail. Well, there's a King Cole cocktail, and it's made with whiskey or rye. I've got whiskey, and this great, it's a bitters called Fernet Branca. It's got a really interesting taste to it. You just use a little bit of that and some simple syrup, and you garnish with a little orange peel and some fresh pineapple. Mm. Yeah, okay, I'll eat that later. Anyway, it's quite good. It's a little nice, interesting take on an old fashioned. So that's the King Cole cocktail. What do you know? If you're just joining us, it's Billy's Place. I'm your host, Billy Stritch, celebrating Nat King Cole. About 2 years ago, my good buddy, the fantastic, phenomenally talented singer Clint Holmes, and I joined forces to do a show at the Birdland Theater right here in New York, celebrating King Cole on what was then his 100th anniversary year, his centenary. I never can say that word right. His 100th anniversary. And we joined forces with his great trio, Christian Tamber on piano and vibes, and Paul Sakivi on bass, and Carmen and Tori on drums. And it gave me a chance to stand a little bit during the show, because Christian would play piano, or when he would go to the vibes, I would play the piano. And it was a fabulous, really fun show. And we won two Broadway World Awards for it. We got to take it to Las Vegas. Hopefully we're going to be doing it more, because it is a really good show. But during the show, I got to do this really, really nice ballad that I think really maybe is my favorite of the Nat King Cole, the favorite ballad. It's very sad. It's from 1952, written by Jimmy Van Heusen and Sammy Gallup. And it was a number 8 song on the Billboard chart. I used to walk with you along the avenue. Our hearts were carefree and gay. How could I know I'd lose you somewhere along the way? The friends we used to know would always smile, hello. No love like our love, they'd say. Then love slipped through our fingers somewhere along the way. I should forget, but when the loneliness of night I keep remembering everything, you're gone, and yet there's still a feeling deep inside that you will always be part of me. So now I look for you along the avenue, and as I wander I pray that someday soon I'll find you somewhere along the way. You're gone, and yet there's still a feeling deep inside that you will always be a part of me. So now I look for you along the avenue, and as I wander I pray that someday soon I'll find you somewhere along the way. Somewhere along the Couldn't be sadder, that song, but I do love it. Just such a great 50s song. Oh, they wrote such good songs back then. Here's one from 1947, Nat King Cole Trio. You know, we all know that Nat King Cole started out as a fantastic pianist and sang with his great trio. And then when he got to Capitol Records, after having some hits on Decca Records with his trio, he became really known as a singer. You know, they started putting him with big orchestras. And so that's how we always really saw him on television, was standing in front, and just that voice is so iconic. But he really was a fantastic pianist, on a par with Art Tatum or Oscar Peterson or anybody else that you can name. This is a song, a really kind of cute, funny take on when a relationship goes bad, when the bloom is off the rose, when the honeymoon is over. Baby, we two can't get along. I'm never right, you're never wrong. So meet me at no special place, and I'll be there at no particular time. Baby, it just ain't common sense, mixing up love with arguments. So meet me at no special place, and I'll be there at no particular time. I'm all fed up on stormy weather. I'm going where it's June. Here's hoping I see you never. 'Cause if I do, that'll be too soon. Now that I've put my heart on ice, missing you will seem paradise. So meet me at no special place, and I'll be there at no particular time. You better bring along your glasses in case I'm hard to find. You'll wish you could see before you as clearly as you can see behind. You can turn back in retrospect of all the times you stuck out your neck. So meet me at no special place, and I'll be there at no particular time. Now all we do is make up, then quarrel all over again. But this is it, the breakup. From now on, you knew me when. So meet me at no special place, and I'll be there at no particular time. That's Nat King Cole Trio song. How we doing, Doug? We have a lot of people watching tonight. A nice house of people. Good. I'm so glad to know. I just have to check in every now and then just to make sure that there are people there. He would tell me if there weren't, but there are people here tonight. And this song is a song that I really wanted to do this week. I've always really had a special place in my heart for this song. And I think, well, I always loved Nat's version of it. But about, I want to say maybe now it's 20 years, hard to believe. 20 years ago, Joni Mitchell did an album, I think it was called Both Sides Now. And it was her singing beautiful standards with gorgeous, gorgeous orchestrations. And we actually went to see her at the Paramount Theater, right? Didn't we go to Madison Square, the Paramount at Madison Square Garden? Yeah, yeah. We went with the group to see that show. I think Vince Mendoza was the guy who did all these great orchestrations, and there was Joni in front of like a 60-piece orchestra. And this was one of the songs that she sang, and I really loved it ever since that. It was written by Carl Sigman. It was written by Fred Rausch and Gerard Winkler, German songwriters, and it was written originally in German, and it was written actually to be a religious song. Then Carl Sigman wrote these English lyrics to it, and it became a hit for Frankie Lane, and then right quickly by Nat King Cole, 1954. Answer me, oh my love, just what sin have I been guilty of? Tell me how I came to lose your love. Please answer me, sweetheart. You were mine yesterday. I believed that love was here to stay. Won't you tell me where I've gone astray? Please answer me, my love. If you're happier without me, I'll try not to care. But if you still think about me, please listen to my prayer. You must know I've been true. Won't you say that we can start anew? In my sorrow, now I turn to you. Please answer me, my love. If you're happier without me, I'll try not to care. But if you still think about me, please listen to my prayer. You must know I've been true. Won't you say that we can start anew? In my sorrow now I turn to you. Please answer me, my love. In my sorrow now I turn to you. Please answer me, my love. Isn't that a cool song? I just love that song a lot. All right, I'm going to pick things up now, and let's get out of that place. The buzzer took the monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on the square. The buzzer tried to throw the monkey off his back. The monkey grabbed his neck and said, "Now listen, Jack. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use in jiving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. The buzzer told the monkey, "You are choking me. Release your hold and I'll set you free." The monkey looked the buzzer right dead in the eye, said, "Your story's very touching, but it sounds like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top." The buzzer told the monkey, "You're choking me. Release your hold and I will set you free." The monkey looked the buzzer right dead in the eye, said, "Your story's very touching. It's a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top." I love that song. That song was written by Nat King Cole and Irving Mills. I have a feeling Nat King Cole probably wrote most of it, if not all of it. Irving Mills was a big publisher, put his names on a lot of stuff. But Nat King Cole, that song was inspired by his father, who was a preacher. And that was one of the sermons that he would give about the buzzard and the monkey. And that whole story in that song was one of the big sermons that his dad would give in church. Straighten up and fly right. It's certainly coined that phrase, and that has become part of our lexicon ever since. If you're just joining us late, it's Billy Stritch and Billy's Place, Nat King Cole tonight. And if you're able to donate to the virtual tip jar, it is so greatly appreciated. There are a couple of ways you could do that via PayPal or Venmo, and the addresses are right there on your screen. Call now. Operators are standing by. No, actually, just press your computer button and make a donation. We very appreciate it. We love doing these shows. 42 weeks in, and we're having a great time. And I want to sing a couple more of my favorite Nat King Cole ballads, and then I'm going to play something for you that's a film clip. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be fun. All right. These are two songs that Nat King Cole had hits with in 1952. Cheers, everybody. And that's probably all I need to say about that. I love this lyric a lot. Pretend you're happy when you're blue. It isn't very hard to do. And you'll find happiness without an end whenever you pretend. Remember, anyone can dream, and nothing's bad as it may seem. The little things you haven't got could be a lot if you pretend. You'll find a love you can share, one you can call all your own. Just close your eyes, she'll be there. You'll never be alone. And if you sing this melody, you'll be pretending just like me. The world is mine, it can be yours, my friend, as long as you pretend. When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love has ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too is when I'll fall in love with you. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too is when I fall in love. When I fall in love. When I fall in love with you. Now that's a great song, a great lyric. Edward Heyman and Victor Young wrote that song, and it is a classic. So I promised you a treat tonight. The show that I did with Clint Holmes a couple of years ago at the Birdland Theater, I found some lovely footage of that show, which has not really been seen anywhere. I mean, people saw the show live, but we haven't really done anything with the footage. But I thought, why not treat my Billy's Place audience to a little chunk of that show? Nat King Cole, of course, had a big hit with a song called Route 66, written by Bobby Troop. And it was such a thrill actually to stand up away from the piano and sing in front of this great trio. It's Christian Tamber on piano, Paul Sakivi on bass, Carmen Intori Jr. on the drums, and my good buddy Clint Holmes and I singing our version of Route 66 live from the Birdland Theater. Enjoy.
Guys, if you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Come on and get your kicks on a Route 66, yeah, yeah.
It winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Now it goes through St. Louis,
Champlain, Missouri,
Oklahoma City is mighty pretty.
see Amarillo,
Gallup, New Mexico,
Flagstaff, Arizona.
do not forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get a hit to this time?
Get it.
Whenever you get behind the wheel and take that California
Take
trip,
the trip, take the trip, take the trip.
come on and get your kicks on Route 66.
Shall we let this guy drive?
Come on, Christian.
Amazing. Christian Tamber. Paul Sakivi.
Paul Sakivi. Now it goes through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. See Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, Doma, Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this target? Whenever you get behind the wheel and try to take that California trip. Come on and get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Oh, I'm just exhausted. Oh, my God. Isn't that fun? Oh, my God. I was watching that along with you and just having the best time. I can't wait till we're back in that theater again. And Clint Holmes is watching. Hello, my buddy. How are you? Oh, my God. Is there anybody better than Clint Holmes? I tell you, I really have to be on my mettle when I am standing on the stage next to Clint Holmes, I got to say. But it is the most fun, and I am not exaggerating, and I am not lying. It's the most fun I've had on a stage almost ever, working with my pal Clint and singing these great songs. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm so happy you're watching, Clint, and Monica Mancini is watching, and Audra Miss Blue is watching, and Charles Evans is watching. Reminded me that we also did the show at the Nico, Feinstein's of the Nico in San Francisco. Of course we did. I'm watching your comments and just enjoying that clip so much. So fantastic. Well, that is going to be the end of my tribute to Nat King Cole, and I'm going to get a little serious to end the show. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for this, and just hang in there with me because I want to sing and give a tribute to a really, really special, very, very special friend who is a deep in my heart friend, has been ever since we were kids together. My friend Laura Overstreet, who we have stayed in touch all these years. She passed away yesterday after a 6-7 month battle with cancer, and she gave it a good fight, and she made her transition yesterday, and we kind of knew it was coming in the last a week or 10 days, but it's nonetheless very, very devastating and sad. Laura and I uh, did music together. She was my buddy. She was my girlfriend in high school, and she and I were the most talented in our senior class. I think there's a picture of that, if you can believe how young we are. And she was the who's who in choir. She was a gorgeous soul. She had the most wonderful voice and loved theater music and loved jazz music. And I remember, I have so many great memories of her singing in choir, and the choir shows and the talent shows. Uh, Me playing for her, I just never had heard someone, certainly not somebody my own age, who had that kind of voice. I mean, she really was advanced and had a beautiful voice, and went on to study voice and sing, and just amazing. But beyond that, she was so much fun. I mean, I have so many great memories. I know all of you have friends like this. I remember, I can't remember the first time we met because it feels like we always knew each other. But we had so many good times together in high school, going to movies, going to the bowling alley, going to clubs when we probably weren't old enough to go to clubs. We were good kids, I have to say. We didn't get into a lot of trouble. But and her dear mom and dad, Marianne and Jim, they were like parents to me too. They were cool and wonderful. And her older brother John, I hung out with them as much as I did in my own house, and we just laughed all the time, and we stayed in touch. And I just she has such a place in my heart. Um, I It's hard to put it into words, but she left us far too young, and that's one of the sad things. I was talking to my our mutual friend from high school, Lisa McVeigh. We were saying that's one of the hardest parts of getting to the age we're at is losing our some of our contemporaries. My friend Mike Gates and I were saying the same thing. It's the drag of when you get into your 50s and close to 60. Laura just turned 60, I believe, I think 60 on her last birthday, maybe 61, because I was young in my class. She was one of the older people in the class. Anyway, that's just, that's neither here nor there. But she was older than me, and I remember that because she could drive before I could. And we used to go to movies and go out. And I remember when she got her license, it was great because she had a car and we could go. So we used to go. One of the movies that, first of all, before I sing the song, I want to give my love and a shout out to all of you who I know are watching. Marianne and Jim, her mother and stepfather, who was like a dad to her, who I've known 40 plus years. Her partner, dear partner Martha, who I'm so happy they found each other because they were perfectly matched. Her brother John, and sister-in-law Suzanne, who I've known all that time as well, and Sarah and Kate, the grandkids, and all their significant others. I know you're all watching tonight. I have a specific memory, and when I thought about what I would sing tonight, I've thought about this many times. In 1976, probably right after Christmas, because I think Laura maybe had just turned 16, um, we went to see Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson in A Star Is Born. Wow. I don't think our eyes blinked the entire time. We probably saw it more than once, but I know that that was one of our favorite dates and times together, and we both had that album and loved it. And so when I was thinking about what I would sing to honor my friend tonight, this song immediately popped into my head. So I'm going to close with this song for my dear friend Laura Overstreet, um, who is who is going to be watching over us from now on. And my love to all of you who love her and miss her, and we all hold her in our heart. With one more look at you, I could learn to tame the clouds and let the sun shine through. Leave a troubled past, and I might start anew. I'll solve the mysteries if you're the prize. Refresh these tired eyes With one more look at you, I might overcome the anger that I've learned to know. Find a peace of mind I lost so long ago. Your gentle touch has made me strong again. And I belong again. For when you look at me, I'm everything and more than I had dreamed I'd be. My spirit feels a promise I won't be alone. We'll love and live more, love and live forever. With one more look at you, I'd learn to change the stars and change our fortunes too. I'd have the constellations paint your portrait too, so all the world could share this wondrous sight. The world could end each night with one more look at you. With one more look at you. I want one more look at you. I love you, Laura. Always. Good night, everybody.